Good morning, folks, and welcome. This is really a goodbye video today. To be perfect, if I must be honest with myself, it's yes. It's really been a lot of fun. You know, we've had a lot of fun together over the years, and you know, it's it's going to be sad for me, really. I mean, it's, but it's come to the point where, it's come to the point, folks, where I feel I need to sort of let go and say goodbye and move on. And, yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I think the time's come, for me to, take the plunge, take the initiative, if you like, and go ahead and, yeah. It's been a hard decision to make. It's not been an easy decision at all, folks, and I've really put a lot of thought into whether I should or whether I shouldn't. But yeah, the time has come, and I do need to think about, saying goodbye to my trusty old. You thought I meant you, didn't you? No, that's not going to happen. To my trusty old Yamaha. What model is it? Yamaha Natural Sound Amplifier. AX392. I've had this amplifier, folks, for... I purchased this amplifier in 2001. And it's never let me down. I bought it second hand. I didn't buy it new. I bought it second hand. Oh, a cash generator. Cash generator. They wanted £60, but I said to them, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 50 and throw me one of those Sony CD players in. So, because they had a load of CD players that weren't selling. So I said to him, I'll give you 50 and throw a CD player in. Because I had somebody for a CD player, so I got a CD player and this for 50 quid. And so a nice Sony CD player and all, which I flogged to a mate of mine. Anyway, it has come time to say goodbye to my trusty old amp. I've sold this. Oh, pardon me. Oh. I've sold this along with this Marantz turntable and a pair of Pioneer speakers to a very good friend of mine. I hope Peter enjoys it as much as I have, and I hope it's just as reliable for him. If not, he can always come back and throw it through my window or have me fix it for him. But in all the years I've owned this, I've never had to repair it. I had the top off once. That was just because I looked down and noticed there was a load of dust, so I'll give it a clean out. It's never seen switch cleaner, and it's still got the handset, which is very rare. It's been a good trusty old amplifier. Really I'm sorry to see it go, but I have got too much stuff and I do need to slim down, in stuff as well, in possessions as well as stature. And you know, I thought, given all the years I've owned this, 2001, 2019, what's that? 18 years. I thought it'd be nice to make a video. This amplifier sat under my stereo system for many years. It has never seen full volume in my ownership. There's no need. Why abuse a nicely made amplifier? Because this is a nicely made amplifier. You know, it's a reliable amplifier, and of course it's Yamaha, and I think Yamaha make the best amplifiers you can get. I mean, the audiophile amongst you might not agree with that, but audiophiles are just dicks. But I mean, what else can you call someone who spends more for a power lead than what the amplifier cost? Yeah, or the leads to connect the turntable up, and with it is going this Marantz. I got this from Jay. This is a TT2000. I got this from Jay. I've put a new stylus in it and give it a service. I have got the dust cover, but it doesn't stay up because of the hinges were missing when I got it off Jay, and the dust cover doesn't stay up because the hinges I've found are not quite strong enough to hold the weight of that dust cover to come off a much smaller unit, which didn't need all that weight in its dust cover. But I've already explained that to my friend, and he's happy to take it, to have it as it, accept it as it is. It's been cleaned, it's been tested, and who's this? Oh, it's Sharon. And what better way than let's put it as level as I can get it. It's not going to be very level on this amplifier, I'm afraid. There we go. Right. What better way to test it than just clean the stylus. There we go. There we go.
Twist round and round like a Philly shave. Round and round. Without a rotary action like the Philly shave. Round and round. Twist up and down and tilt like it's floating heads. Unique Philly shave. Twist here, twist there, twist just like it's floating heads. Philly shave. Floating heads caress your face. Like the softest head. Stubborn whiskers go without a trace. But this personal touch is so unique. Only Philly shave. It's made for every face by a new technique. Let's twist. Your face like the softest hand. Stubborn whiskers go without a trace. Whichever way they stand. Now this personal touch is so unique. Only Philly shave. And it's made for every face by a new technique. Well, now it's made to measure shaving with the Philly shave. Personal touch. Your toughest stubble, don't worry, Philly shave. Personal touch. Here's the modern twisting shaving that a razor never gave. Shave smoother, quicker, closer, with a Phillips. Round and around and around. With a Phillips. Round and around and around. I said a Phillips. Phillips shave. Philly shave. Philly shave. Yeah.
There we go. Works absolutely perfectly. And what more can I say? He only wanted a turntable and the amplifier, because you know me, I did try and flog him a cassette deck as well, but he doesn't want a cassette deck and he doesn't want a radio, so he can add all that on though. He's surprisingly enough, he didn't even want a CD player. Mind you, I haven't got one, so. So basically, that's it, folks. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this old amplifier. You know, it's not very emotional. You get not every day you get emotional over an amplifier, but yeah, this has provided me. This has provided me with really good service over the years. I can't say a bad word against it. Everything still works on it, including the handset. I've just serviced the handset, give it a bit of a clean inside and out, because I very rarely use the handset, so it, you know, it has not really had a lot of use, but it was very dusty because it sat on top of the amp. I keep all my handsets with the equipment, that way when I come to get rid of it, I've still got the handset to give if there's one with it. But you know, the handset is capable of controlling more than just the amp. It will control the whole Yamaha system, which this probably was part of at one time. It probably came as a full system at one time, and you could control everything with the handset. But you know, yeah, it's the end, I'm afraid, folks. It's the end, and you know, there's you know, that's it. Its replacement is a Pioneer. I can't remember what model, but it's a nice amplifier, and you know, if it lasts as long as this one has, because if I'm happy with an amplifier, I tend not to change it, and I've been happy with this and I'm still happy with it. You know, it's been a good old amp, so what can you say? If you're gonna buy an amplifier, buy a Yamaha. I highly recommend them. And the only reason I went to Pioneer is because the Pioneer stuff that I got from Mildred, and I bought it off him for a £5 because he got it from the car boot sale for a £5. So I gave him a £5, but the controller was missing. So all I got was the cassette deck. I did get the multi-change CD player, but it didn't work. So that went straight in the bin. Didn't even mess with it. The laser was knackered because the lens was missing. I did look at it, but the lens out of the laser surprisingly was missing. So that went in the bin. Didn't even bother with it. I got the cassette deck. Well, I've got everything actually, except the only thing that wasn't with it was the controller. So it cost me £34 for a controller. So, you know, I decided to. Originally, I was going to sell the Pioneer, but I actually do quite like the sound. So, plus it has a graphic equalizer as well. So I decided to replace, and I do play cassettes, so I decided to replace the Yamaha with that. So that's why this has now become surplus to requirements. It's you know, I can't knock it. Been a brilliant amplifier over the years. It's served me well. It's never had to be repaired. All the capacitors are all the original. There's no horrible hums or nothing. It's as quiet as a mouse. Even on phone over, turn the volume up. Listen to that. And that's how it should be. It's perfect. And You know, hopefully it will last Peter for as many years. You know, it will provide Peter with just as many years reliable service as it has with me. And if it doesn't, then it can always be repaired. But that's where we're up to, folks. And don't forget Goulburn this week, this Sunday. I'm looking forward to going. Hopefully I'll have some funding sorted out, because I'm being paid for this next week. I'm delivering it to him today. Me and Mildred are going to go and drop it in today, but he is going to sort me out next week for it. And I don't mind that, because he's a good friend and I know he will. But you know, yeah, you know, plus I'm, like I said, I think I said at the beginning, I'm including a pair of Pioneer speakers with it, so it should sound really nice for him. And yeah, that's it really. It's yeah, you know, it's surprising, isn't it, when you consider the fact that you might miss an amplifier more than you would miss a person. That's weird. But yeah, that's the case really. I mean, yeah, it's been a good old amp, and it served me, yeah, and I felt that a video was needed to, you know, for want of a better word, to say thank you to the old girl, really, for the many years of reliable service that she's provided. Many hours of enjoyment, many passages of music have passed through this thing. It's been used as my, and it really has been used as my main amplifier, because some of you who have been here, the privileged few that do get allowed to come here, like Stephen J and whatnot, one or two others, they'll tell you that I don't have a television in the front room, and any sound that comes from anything, whether it be TV or audio, comes through the amp. I have a pair of Sansui S50 speakers, which I bought for £25 in 2004, and I'm very happy with them. Big good old speakers, and you know, yeah, brilliant, yeah. Top old amplifier. So that's it, folks. That's my verdict. If you're going to buy an amplifier, buy a Yamaha. And this thing, like I said, this thing's never even seen full volume under my ownership. It's never needed to. I mean, why abuse an amplifier? You know, why run it to a point where you either damage your speakers or damage your amplifier? I don't see the sense in that. I do like loud music, and I've had this thing loud, but it's never ever hit full volume. But I believe it is good. I believe it is good for 120 watts a channel. I think it's 60 watts per channel, and it can take 4 speakers, either two at a time or all 4 together if you want. And there's an impedance switch on the back to switch the impedance. It's I'll make sure all that's set up for him before it leaves, or when it gets there. I think it's already set actually, because the speakers he's getting are 6 ohm, surprisingly, and this is set between 4 and 8. So, you know, that's all okay. All the other controls for the amplifier are behind this little door here. You know, you can't see it. If I move the turntable back, might be able to get a view. There we go, just about. This little door here hides all the controls that you don't really use, like it has variable loudness, balance obviously, and bass and treble. And you know, what can you say? You know, it's, yeah, a really, really top amp. It's in nice condition. It's, you know, not exactly mint, but it's not far off mint. I reckon if I polished it, it'd be mint. I haven't really polished it, but I'll let his wife do that, because they like going around with a polish cloth, don't they? Trouble and Strives. Yeah, wives, they like going around. They like going around with a polish cloth, don't they? So I'll let Anne do that. And you know, yeah, that's it. Oh well. Thank you very much for watching, folks. And I enjoyed this little video of me saying goodbye to my my trusty old, suppose you could call it old reliable, really, because it has been, you know, and you know, yeah, brilliant amplifier, top one. But like I say, times move on, we all move on, and I have to slim down a little bit. I have got a lot of stuff I don't really need, so you know, I have actually got an Acoustic Solutions amplifier, which would work very well with this turntable, but you know, he's never done anything that bad to me for me wanting to punish him. So, you know, yeah, he gets the Yamaha. I mean, yeah, top one. Anyway, folks, like I say, thanks for watching, and more to come later. Bye for now.